Hi guys, and welcome to episode 45 of the M&T podcast. We're halfway to 50 if you're thinking about 40 to 50, and this week we talk about death, funerals, and other things.
Welcome back, by the way. Like, we took a week off. We addressed this very early in the pod. Why did we take a week off? It's a good pod. I'm happy that we're back.
Yes.
I've enjoyed the pod.
Yes.
But we do talk a little too long about death.
Yes, in a jovial way.
It's jovial and it's funny and happy, and
but we also
sure you'll enjoy it.
Reveal many fun things, so listen in till the very end.
We do. Right at the end, we discuss something that we need your help with.
Yes.
So make sure you listen all the way through, and yeah, I guess we will see you in the episode.
I'll be honest, I've lost count.
This is episode 45.
Okay, right.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 45.
We're finally here. It took a couple of weeks, didn't it?
Yeah, the delayed.
You see, what happened was...
We're going to talk a lot about why this is a 1 week late episode. I don't think it's bad though, Tifla.
I think we've nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't think it's bad that 45 weeks into doing a weekly podcast, when, let's be honest, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. For the first time in 45 weeks, we took a week off.
Yes. Yes, we did.
I think it's okay.
Because I got drunk and fell asleep on the sofa.
I'm going to say, well, yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head there. But I was going to say there's a
multitude of reasons
of why we just took a week off. I mean, firstly, we're absolutely fine. I do want to thank everybody who said, a lot of people, I find we have more interaction when we don't do a pod than when we do a pod.
Yeah, fuckers.
More people comment, message to say, where's the pod, than when we do a pod. So maybe more often we should just skip a pod because it gets more interaction.
Yeah.
But I do want to thank everybody who sort of reached out, find out we're okay. We are absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I say what we do is we pour a drink and let's start talking about why for the last week people haven't heard from us. So what have we got, Tiff?
Today we have a bottle of gin that's 48%.
Smash it open. This
is Ibiza Premium Dry Gin and was bought for me for my birthday by the lovely Jay and Nicole.
We've had that gin before and it is lovely,
isn't it? You bought me little minis for Christmas as part of...
I think we've had a full-size bottle in the house at some point as well.
Oh shit, okay. I don't remember that.
Gin doesn't tend to last that long in our house.
Well, I don't think much lasts long in our house, to be fair. Could you hold the glasses?
Of course I can. So we're having an Ibiza... Come on. There we go. Oh, you broke... Oh, no,
I didn't.
Oh,
it's a pour. I can do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Oh,
it's not great, terrible. Is it? But
say when. At some point, say when. Stop! Oh my god, that's mine.
Okay, well...
No, it's okay, really.
Do mine then.
Say when.
When?
That's at least a triple. And we are being a bit common.
Basically, we've run out of tonic. We're having 7-Up. Sprite.
Other fizzy lemon and lime drinks are available.
Have you ever had a gin and Mountain Dew?
No, I bet that's nice.
I bet it is nice, but I bet it's frowned upon.
Well, I think, Mountain Dew's just sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what I want? Dr. Pepper Zero.
Yeah, that's really expensive.
Shut up, Siri.
Oh, Siri's just kicked off. Anyway, cheers, love. And here is to a Friday evening pod.
Yes, we decided to sit down on a Friday because we looked at the weather forecast.
Yeah, basically, the weather that is good.
Yeah.
The weather this evening is lovely. For those who are watching on the YouTube, new location, we are at the bathroom window.
We're out the back.
Basically, we're at the back of the house. The back of the house gets the sun in the evening, and so although if you are watching, you will see that the shade will creep up. We are literally eking out the last few minutes of the sun before it disappears behind some trees.
Because it's Friday, they're still doing work on the hotel. So it's quite noisy out the front.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do it inside because it is most of the time it's nice. Apart from, this whole weekend coming up where it's not going to be nice.
No, so because generally the weather's not supposed to be great over Saturday, Sunday, we thought, fuck it, we'll do it Friday evening instead.
Fuck it. Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah, we are. We are here.
So,
thank God.
Elephant in the room. I know I shouldn't call you that. But let's just talk about the fact that we took a week off. How have your last couple of weeks been, Tifla?
Part of the reason we didn't do one last week is because we had a pretty bad week the week before as well. And so when this question comes up, it'd be like, oh, yeah, been in hospital, someone else cut their, yeah.
It's kind of one of those...
I thought, as part of the reason that we didn't do it is because I don't want to talk about that. So let's talk about this week.
Okay.
Yes, we had a shit week. We got over it. It wasn't the reason we didn't do the pod. I got drunk and fell asleep mainly. But I got drunk because of the shit week.
Yeah. I mean, and this is it. Like, I like to think, I mean, we do our pod, like, as I say, 44...
No matter what we do, yeah.
44 consecutive weeks. Whether it's been shit weeks or good weeks, we've done a pod.
Yes.
However, I do just think that last week, as I say, it wasn't really that bad. It's just it was a combination of lots of things that sort of meant I don't want to put out a pod that's shit as well. Like,
oh yeah, it wouldn't have been a good pod.
Sometimes we've had a bad week, but that's still a good podcast.
Yeah, like that really bad week we had. That was cathartic.
I think it's good to talk about when you've had a bad week.
Not have been cathartic.
But it wasn't. There wasn't even that much to talk. It was just shit, and I don't think we would have had that much to talk about. And honestly, I would rather put nothing out than put shit out.
Yes.
So, yes, you've got drunk and fell asleep. There was the opportunity to do it again the following day and sort of get it out a day late.
But then I needed to do my work that day, so I really wasn't in the mood to do a pod.
We just take the week. So we did. We just went, you know what? It's not gone out. We are absolutely fine, guys. Thank you for the people that asked, but we literally just needed to take a week of cracking on with normal stuff without feeling as if we have to create something to put out there.
That's why we don't do like daily vlogs and stuff, is because it is pressure to create, pressure to go somewhere if you don't want to go somewhere, or pressure to like do these things or spend money when you don't want to spend money, and like stuff like that. And that's kind of one of the reasons we don't do these daily vlogs at the moment. And also, obviously, we promised daily vlogs while we were at the villa.
We did.
But then you got sick. And it's just like, I'm not going to vlog a hospital trip. I'm not going to vlog me wandering around town for 4 hours because I wasn't allowed it in there with you.
I am sure there are people who, I mean, rightly or wrongly, probably would have found it interesting to go, okay, if you're sick in Ibiza, what do you do? And I'm sure, in hindsight, like, interesting content-wise, people probably would have gone, okay, and they would have cared. But that's the thing. When you're actually in that moment, the last thing I need to do is pick up a camera. And although we don't ever perform for the vlog,
you don't want to go on there and be like monotonous and like.
I just needed to go to the hospital, get the medicine I needed, and just feel better again. Yeah. And that, I mean, rightly or wrongly, I mean, I think most people who
if you don't understand that, unsubscribe and
as,
fuck off.
Well, exactly. But as I was going to say, I think most people who get us now and have watched and listened to us for a while will realise that we are incapable of being fake, and we're not going to just make things up just because we feel as if we need to put content out. If it's going to be shit, we're not going to do it. If we
said we're going to do a daily vlog, then we didn't. Like it or like lump it. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Take that as a soundbite. Like it or lump it.
And with that, we just lose 10 subscribers. They're gone. No, I mean, we've always said it. This is us. Like, we don't make things up. We are us.
Yeah. So this week has been, I have had my head in a laptop.
Well, this is the thing, is
I've been a busy bee.
Last weekend was the end of what basically turned into a 2-week birthday fortnight, really, of having time off. And so, this week, it's been about sort of getting back into routines. We've both been back into the gym again. You've been back into your daily routine of getting into the office, getting onto your Mac, getting the work done and stuff. So how do you feel this week as we come to the end of the week?
I feel like I've done a lot of work. I've slept really well this week.
You have.
Because my brain's been so tired.
Like a log.
Yeah, I actually have.
It's been like having a corpse.
So with my, that's nice. With my like coach, every morning I basically like rate I put how many hours sleep I had, and I rate it in percentage. And yeah, it's all been like 85% and above, which is quite rare.
For you?
Like normally it's like 75-80%, but like I put 100% on last Mondays because I slept for 9 hours.
That's
all the way
through. For you, that's unheard of. Like you just
all the way through.
Do you feel better for it?
I do. I feel in the morning when I wake up. Do you know what? It's not that I physically feel better for it. It's actually I wake up and I go, wow, shit, I slept all the way through. And like mentally I feel better for it, which then might be turn into a physical thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, well then I can go out in the gym and it will be fine, and I can't blame my tiredness because I've slept for so long. Like there are things, it's like, oh, I've been sleeping really well, but like today I've been like really hungry, like uncharacteristically hungry, and like so I'm just like, oh, where is my body? What's my body doing right now? But yeah, it's been a good week. I am glad we've been back in a routine. We've like eaten the same thing every day, which makes me so happy.
We're so funny, aren't we? I think we're so we do polar opposites. Like when we take birthday week, which as I say turned into birthday fortnight off, and I think it's good. I think it's healthy. We do properly switch off. I mean, we don't go absolutely blind mental.
Oh no, I was still tracking food.
Exactly, but we do give ourselves that sort of break, and we give ourselves some slack. But then, like I think we both got to a point where we were like, okay, birthday week is done now.
Yeah.
And I think the beginning of this week almost did feel like it felt hard. It felt grinding to get back into the gym, and you know, you have those first 2 days of feeling a bit hungry because actually, when I'm giving myself a break, I might have a snack at this point. But actually, if I'm tracking my food again, I'm not going to have a snack now. I haven't got time for no snack. Talking about snacks, yes, it wasn't a snack, but can we talk about the birthday non-cake? Yes, if you'd like.
Yeah, because it was delicious.
We vlogged about it. Oh. People would have seen it on the YouTube.
No, we didn't.
Well, no, but they never saw it. They saw you pick it up.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
It was basically like a giant cookie that was like 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
And it was a white chocolate chunk cookie, basically layered with dulce de leche cream in the middle, stuffed with that.
So it was like a gooey
Then
cookie.
On the top, it was piped with Kinder Bueno icing.
Yeah, and it was the size of a pizza.
Yeah,
basically.
pizza size. It was incredible,
it was
and
lovely.
I want another one.
Yeah.
But I don't want to know that I wasn't tracking that day.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't even want to guess at the calories.
Because we had the tiniest slice, like I wouldn't even call it a slice. It was a slither.
A slither.
And it was like decadent.
It's rare that you specifically can eat something sweet and go, I don't think I can have any more of that.
Yeah, because
I
can actually like put away sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Like I ate that whole bag of pick and mix on my birthday.
You did. But it was your birthday, so you're allowed.
It was so good. I was in the gym in the morning doing deadlifts and eating sour sweets. What a great day.
That's balance right there.
I'm going to hit 100 kilos this round, and I said I'm going to have donuts in the gym.
What do you mean when you say you're going to hit 100 kilos?
Sorry, I didn't even finish that. I am going to
this is a problem. You talk in
pick
halves.
up 100 kilos and put it back down again. So
Lovely.
my deadlifts are going to be 100 kilos by the end of this block. And I've said on that day, I'm going to have donuts in the gym.
Okay, cool.
I think that's
Is that happening this coming week?
No, a couple of weeks. I've got a couple of weeks.
Let me know, because I'll come to the gym that day.
Oh, of course you fucking will.
I've heard there's donuts.
I wish we had Christmas there's donuts.
I'll come waltzing into the gym that morning. I mean, I don't usually come in here when you're in here, but what's going on? Oh, what are these?
What are these donuts?
I'll have a cheeky donut.
I might do
and
it
then
in
I'll
the
leave
daytime on that day, though, like sunshine, donuts, deadlifts.
I've this week.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's do it.
Sunshine,
this
donut,
week,
deadlift.
I've hit the gym a couple of times later in the day than I usually would, because it is nice that now, again, people who are watching
the
will
gym
see,
is literally there.
The gym is right next to us. Maybe one day we'll do a pod from the gym. 102. Yeah, I've gone out a little bit later, and because the sun now gets so much higher, it really feels as if summer is like upon us. Being in the gym in the sun without it yet being too hot is actually really nice.
The only reason I don't do that is because I make any excuse not to go to the gym. People sometimes think I'm like really dedicated and stuff, but like if the wind is blowing the wrong way, I'm like, nah. Like
I'm going to disagree with you.
My eyelash.
I'm going to disagree with you here, because you say, in your head, you say that you're so flaky, but you know what to do to overcome that. The way that you overcome being flaky is you get up and you go straight to the gym.
Yes.
By doing that, you are one of the most dedicated people that people know. So don't give me the shit just because it's in your head that you're like, I really want to give up. Yeah, but you didn't.
It's not giving up. It's just I can't, like...
Yeah, but you
if
don't.
If I told myself... I know I don't.
But you don't.
I know.
This is the problem you have, is your internal voice tells you that you're flaky,
all right, Dr. Matt.
But it's true. Because you don't for a second go, I didn't want to, but I did, and give yourself credit for it. You go, I didn't want to, and that's the voice I'm going to listen to, even though you actually did.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I
you
get
need
that,
to give yourself
but
more
wouldn't
credit.
it be much more delightful to work out in the sunshine? I work out
I do now,
it's still fucking dark. Like,
I do. And it is lovely.
But
and I'm gonna
that's
do it
why
more.
the days where I do like the bigger lifts or I'm hitting like a milestone or on my birthday, I like doing it with you, because you'll go, right, we'll discuss it, and we'll go, right, we're going to go to the gym in the day. You have, like, I tell you, you have to make me go, and then it's fine because we put the tunes on. We have
a laugh when we
fanny ass around. Like,
when we work out together, we have a right laugh. I'm glad that we don't do it too regularly.
No, because I'm sure I don't.
It's nice to actually have that sort of hour or so that's sort of in your own head, listening to whatever you want to listen to and doing your own thing. And we do spend a lot of our day together, which is fine.
About
and it's
99%.
good, and it's good that we enjoy each other's company. But I do like that actually our gym sessions we usually do separately. But when we do the gym together, we always have a bit of a laugh.
They are funny. We basically put on a defected playlist.
Throw donuts in the mix, and I'm on board.
I wish there was Krispy Kreme, but I'll go with those original glaze from the Bimbo ones.
The chocolate-covered donuts from Mercadona. Yes.
No, I want the glazed ones.
Okay,
I don't want chocolate covered.
Get both.
I don't need 8 donuts for...
You're not getting 8.
Oh.
You're getting 4.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I don't want the Bimbo ones. I want the Mercadona ones. I forgot about those.
You're fucking talking
fuck
shit.
it. I'll go to Pandore.
Oh, Pandore, for those who don't know...
Bakery.
...is a bakery in Santa Eulalia where we live. And, oh my God, like their mince pies at Christmas, incredible.
They were €2.50.
They were over €3
no,
they
weren't.
Per.
They were €2.50 each.
You're talking shit. They were over 3.
Yeah, I know how much they were.
Either way, that's too much for a mince
That's
pie.
too much for a mince. You can buy a whole pack in Tesco for that.
But you do convince yourself, well, it must be worth it, so
homemade.
you enjoy them.
Yeah. So, how was your week? Hold on, what was the question?
I don't know. But it's good. It's good. I'm glad that we're sort of getting it out there. People will be listening now and going, oh, yeah, they're fine. We just needed a week.
We did just need a week.
So yeah, this week, all good. The weather is improving in Ibiza. I know we're British and we talk about it a lot, but I swear to God, I've never lived somewhere as wet.
Like, yeah, like
People
I
in
get
the UK
so
will be going,
angry.
oh, bullshit. But you said this earlier. When we went, because we've just come back from town, we walked into town and we went and had well, listen to me and you'll know what you said. We walked into town. There is quite a lot of construction and maintenance going on buildings all over town right now. It does seem as if everywhere you walk, there's someone jackhammering or someone banging scaffolding or drilling or something. And that's because they're getting ready for the summer and stuff. But I sort of mentioned to you, isn't it a thing in Ibiza that they can't do that during the summer season? And you said, yeah. And in May, usually they would stop. Mm-hmm. Which is good. Like, I mean, that's kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah, because in summer you don't get any of that shit, which is lovely. It's just, all you hear is house music and drunk people in the street.
But we sort of said, that is part of what we think builds this people's perception when they go on a summer holiday here. Those are just tiny little things that you don't get.
Yeah, like
that we do get. by living here.
Yes. In Dubai, for example, construction is year round. I know they take a break. I don't know they take a break in the heat so no one dies, but here it's like a flat ban, a full ban. You can't do it.
But I think add on top of that, so that they do that to protect the tourism experience, right? Add on top of that the weather. I'm learning that Ibiza is far wetter, windier, and sort of generally
wankier
than the 2-week holiday that I had here would have me believe.
Shock horror.
I came here in 2014 at the end of in July for 2 weeks, and it was perfect. Why is the whole of the year not the same?
August rains can be quite scary.
They're quite dramatic. They're big storms, but they're actually, I remember those being quite good because they release.
You know a storm's coming,
and they get rid of usually quite a lot of humidity.
So we've decided that we're going to fuck off to Bali.
Well. Yes, this is a thing that early days right now, but we are thinking that next winter, next February, March time, right, is that we might leave the island for a month and go somewhere.
So where should we go, people?
Well, we've got our own ideas that we've discussed. Let's not go into them now. These are discussions for another time. But we have thought if we're going to get out of here for a month, because as long as there is a Wi-Fi connection, you can do your job, I can do what I need to do, and we can,
And we can record a pod.
We can record a pod, we'll take everything with us, we'll continue to create content, but get out of here for a month.
Yeah.
It's a thought that we're currently having, but we shall see.
Yeah, that would be good. I like that. Good idea.
Yeah, Ibiza's lovely right now. The weather's good today. And
it's going to be good next week. It's going to hit 21 degrees.
Oof.
So I've blocked out Tuesday afternoon to go to the beach.
Mm.
Do you see that in the calendar?
I saw in our shared calendar, I get a notification of everything you add to the calendar, which is usually you've got a Skype call here. You don't use Skype. Zoom call here, or you've got a meeting here, or blah, 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 blah. So I always just generally keep an eye and go, okay, just so I know sort of what you're up to. And then I just saw the one that just said beach ?
Well, I looked at the weather report. I looked at weather and I was just like, well, Tuesday looks nice. Let's not waste it.
Well, that's what I think we're
also
good
blocks
at.
out that people can't book a call with me.
Well, yeah, because if you fill your calendar, it talks to your website, doesn't it?
It does. Very clever.
If you're ever wondering if you're trying to book in, if you're trying to book in for a meeting with Tiff, it's not always that she's busy with work. It might just be that she's gone pub ? I
think that's a good idea.
But we are good, and I think we'll continue to be even better at this. And we've done it today. If the weather's good, take advantage.
Yes, we did that today. I finished work early.
I pulled you away from your desk a little bit early. I was like, it's blue skies.
The pubs close at 5.
The pubs close at 5. It's Friday. Let's just go have a beer somewhere because it's lovely. And I'm glad that we did because it's been a nice afternoon.
And talking about that, can I just tell people the new rules real quickly?
Go for it, please.
So from the day that you're listening to this, Monday, bars and restaurants still can't open inside, but the terraces can open 100%. From Monday to Thursday, they can open 12 till 5 and then 8 till 10:30. So you can open for dinner on an outside terrace. Curfews then move to 11 o'clock. But they cannot do that on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. They can only open for lunch 12 till 5. Well, till 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a weird situation we're in.
But the more we've talked it through, the more I think it has made sense. I think the people that have been calling the shots and making the decisions here, they know their people.
Yes.
And they know that here, on a day like today, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. We're still sat in the garden.
Yeah.
Sun is on our face.
Yeah.
It's been an hour and 15 minutes since the bars closed.
Yeah.
We were there.
Yeah.
If they had allowed us to just stay there, even if it was just up until a curfew, which at the moment is 10 p.m, from next week it's 11, we
would have stayed there till the sun went all the way down.
Especially if we were there with friends as well,
yeah.
is you would just keep going. And it's what that then leads to. That leads to people being a bit drunk and going, shall we go back to your house? Shall we all come back to our house? Shall we call some more friends over? And it just encourages more mixing. So although it seems a bit complicated, and sometimes it's a bit frustrating. They know their people, especially the Spanish. The Spanish love to go out late.
Yeah.
And at the moment, they've stopped them doing that, which, let's be honest, is the reason why our numbers are as low as they are.
Yeah. But we can have up to 6 people in the house from 2 households.
Which is good for our home
Which is nice for a little barbecue.
We love people coming here, so that works for us. We've got good outdoor space.
Yep.
So we'll just keep doing
that. And wine's cheaper.
Wine is very cheap, so
indeed.
Happy days.
Lovely. Nice.
All right.
You've got some subjects to talk about.
I do have a few subjects. Yeah. So I'm going to reset the camera and let's get on to talking.
I'm going to put on my jacket because I'm in the shade now.
Oh, behave. I'm well hot. I didn't stop the recording, so there was a nice little good few seconds of silence then. Let me just make sure the camera's still actually recording.
What do you mean there was a good few seconds of silence? I wasn't going to... Oh, yeah, I didn't want to carry it. I thought you were cutting it on purpose.
No, I'm not cutting the pod.
I thought you were cutting the words.
Not cutting the pod.
Oh, shit, my bad.
It's fine.
Should have...
So, over the last couple of weeks, I do this most weeks, but not always do I get any success. If we've joked about this before, but if we get into a good conversation, sometimes we go, let's stop this conversation.
Yes, and we have done this.
So that we can... now, this was supposed to be discussed on last week's pod because it would have been very relevant at the time.
Right.
I think it's still fairly relevant now.
Okay.
But it's maybe lost its relevance.
We'll just crack on with it, mate.
Last week was obviously Prince Philip's funeral.
Okay, yeah.
And all I wrote down was planning our own funerals. Because he obviously, I think quite famously now, a lot of the things that you saw in Prince Philip's funeral were his own idea. He spent years putting it together.
Yeah, that customised Land Rover.
He even adjusted the plans when COVID came in, apparently, to say, okay, well, if you can't do this, then do this. Which I think whenever we've discussed it with other people, people have gone, that's such a good thing. People really should.
But no one talks about their funeral, their own funeral, because people don't like talking about death.
No.
So let's talk about death.
So, well, this was going to be my question was, do you have any funeral plans? Is there anything specific?
I've said stuff to you before, like why a funeral's a thing. But that's a whole deeper level.
That's because you are void of emotion.
Yes. So if I could get away with not having one, that would be great, but I don't think I can.
And here's my argument, and we've discussed this. A funeral is not about you.
Should be. It's my funeral.
Well, it is about you because it's yours, but it's not for you.
Oh.
And I know that sounds weird, but a funeral...
It's for closure.
A funeral is closure for your loved ones and other people. So for you to just go... Well, I just don't want one. Well, people aren't going to... That's how you talk, and we all know it. People aren't going to accept
All right, then, I'll have a...
So what do you want?
Can you have a funeral not in a church?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want it in a church.
You didn't get married in a church.
Yeah, but...
Got married at Pikes, for fuck's sake, because you want your funeral there.
Yeah. Well, I just don't... Where do you have a funeral, then? I've not known anything not in a church.
That's a very good point, actually. I think it's worth looking into.
Maybe it's more of like a... Now I'm going to sound very... Maybe I'm going to... I'm talking. Maybe I'm going to sound very Ibiza, but maybe I want more of like a ceremony than a funeral.
Okay. And I think that would be very fitting for us.
Like feet in the sand type hippy-dippy shit. Yeah?
Yeah. Which is totally us. Like we chose to do the formal part of our wedding just sort of like in private and it was done. But the day, what we consider our wedding, was at Pikes in Ibiza, and our friends were there, and
day, did we? No.
Like it was about the event. I think you can do similar for a funeral.
But the problem there is what happens with the body.
Well, here's the thing. I think what a few people do, because a lot of people are cremated these days, aren't they?
Yes.
Is that you would do a funeral, which is more formal and it's sort of like the off it goes and traditional done.
Behind the curtains.
But then you can do an ashes scattering.
Yeah, but I don't want the first bit.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to I actually remember now when I went to my granddad's funeral. It wasn't in a church because it was at a crematorium place.
Yeah.
But it's all
still very traditional.
Yeah, it's all very traditional. Like, can I skip that bit? Could I just be cremated on my own?
Yeah.
And then have like a more
just
of
so
a
you know,
ceremony.
Tiffler, you don't get cremated with other people. So yes, you can be on your own.
I just mean,
I'm not tossing anybody else in there with you.
Do you have to have the whole casket down the aisle thing? Not casket, coffin. Casket is open casket. I don't want one of them. Do you have I don't want that.
Okay.
Why would I want? I do like to be centre of attention, but I don't want to be paraded around in a coffin.
Okay, understood.
But is that possible?
Of course it is. And if it's not, fuck it, we'll make it happen anyway.
Also, I'll be dead, so it doesn't matter.
You don't need to worry.
I won't know.
So, I mean, but I think...
I'd just rather skip the whole...
But how important is it that you've already just said this now? Because this is the thing, people don't say this, and I know it's not going to make any difference to you because you're dead and gone. But I would like to think that, say you do grow old and you're on your deathbed, such as like Prince Philip, you have time to think about it.
Yeah.
And you do have time to think
suddenly,
that's what it would be. If you die suddenly, unfortunately, and tragically, there's nothing you can do. But at least now, if you did die suddenly...
like a traditional funeral.
I already know this, as do our listeners.
I'd just rather...
they would rather do it, you would rather do it sort of live on Instagram, and I just sort of toss you off of the side of a cliff at Esvedra.
Toss me off of the side
I just be like, there you go, guys, that's what she wanted.
No,
Tiffler's final wish.
I just think I don't like that. You know what? I just don't like a room of people crying because it makes me feel. It makes me feel awkward.
How do you feel about people wearing black?
I wear black a lot, so I'm okay with it. I don't think you should have to wear exclusively black.
That is one thing that I would like to request, is that if people don't want to, I don't want them to have to.
No, don't. Yeah, I don't want to.
Do you know what I would love for me? Because let's talk about me for a second.
Well, I thought we were still on my funeral.
I thought we talked about yours for long enough.
Oh.
Plus, we've been through this. I'm dying before you anyway, because that's just a fact.
You can't deal.
There's no way I'm dealing with that. So, when I go, I want my funeral, as weird as it sounds, I want it to be a bit of a laugh. I want people to turn up in Hawaiian shirts.
Can we wear white linen?
Yes.
Ah, for lols.
Do you know what? It's funny because white linen suits were banned from our wedding.
Yeah, we put it out there.
I literally had to tell people.
It was on the wedding website.
Please do not turn up in a white linen suit. You will not be allowed in because that's shit. But white linen suits at my funeral, go for your life.
Brilliant.
Because I don't have to fucking look at it.
Fair enough.
So you can come along in your creased, lightweight, very breathable suit.
It does crease very easily,
so
doesn't it?
easy. Especially if you're sweating.
Remember when you bought white linen shorts in the Maldives because there was nothing else in the shop and you'd forgotten like regular shorts?
Yeah.
Like a weirdo.
I crease like a bitch. Anyway, people at my funeral can wear what they want, but I'm similar to you. Let's keep it informal. I want people... Obviously, I know that people would want to grieve and sort of have closure in their own way, but I'd like there to be a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
Just have a laugh. Take the piss out of me.
Grieve in your own time.
Yeah. Grieve in privacy. No one wants to see that.
So, what you were saying about the choice of people wearing colour. Like, I don't want to be like... I don't want no black at the wedding because... Like, I want everyone to wear colour. Like, if you want to wear black, wear black. Like, I look good in a black dress, so...
Do you want to be buried in a black dress? Do you want to be cremated or buried?
I want to be cremated. Why would I want to go in the ground?
I don't know, some people are really...
Give my body to science. Right, I'll do that too.
So then the next question is, like, what do you want done with your ashes?
Can't you make me into something cool?
Well,
There's so many things now. You can be a tree. You can be a diamond.
Yeah.
You can become jewellery. You can become so... I'm going to look into that and choose what I want.
Okay. Come back in the next couple of weeks on the pod and let's update on what we would like done.
I think there could be something... Like, scattering's cool, but I always see the comedy value. If you tossed me off of the side at Esvedra, if the wind's blown in the wrong direction, you'd get a face full.
Isn't it? Like, I think, and again, I'm always thinking ahead. I'm thinking forward. I'm thinking in a fairy tale world, a scattering of ashes is beautiful, it's wonderful, and as you say, the wind is always going in the right direction. I'm already thinking it's probably not.
No.
And it's not anywhere near as glamorous and romantic and beautiful, I think, as a lot of people.
Especially when you're
it's a bit messy.
When you're on a cliff, the wind is never blowing you off. Like, the wind is always in your face.
It's coming off of the sea, usually.
Always.
Yeah.
So, just like general like physics, I think it's physics.
Yeah.
You're going to get hit in the face with the ashes
let's be honest,
of your loved
one. At that
one.
point, you have, I mean, you'll have a laugh and you'll be able to look back and go, it's funny. But you have ruined what you all thought was going to be a lovely moment.
Yeah, it's not only in the movies because they don't have wind.
Yeah, in the movies, of course. Off it goes, off in one gentle cloud and sort of evaporates into the sky.
It's beautiful.
Absolute bullshit. You're either just going to be dumped on the ground.
You want to be cremated, don't you?
Yeah. I don't want my body anywhere.
Nah. Do you want to? Okay. Oh, we could get real deep into this. Shall we? Do you want your body to be given to science, well, some of it, or your organs?
Yeah, I think they'd have a laugh. I absolutely.
What about your eyes?
Donate. Yes, donate.
People are weird
everything.
about eyes, aren't
Donate. If I've got stuff.
Would you like his big toe?
Who would like my liver?
Nobody needs your liver.
Honestly, if anything on my body is of good use to somebody else, just fucking give it to them. Give it to them. What fucking difference does it make? Anybody who doesn't do that is a selfish arsehole.
Some people, okay.
No, they are.
Right.
I'm sorry, anybody.
What about religious beliefs?
Since when did Jesus have a problem?
Well, it's not Jesus. It's like there's other religions.
I know that there are, but no.
Okay, all right, good. I think we need to stop talking about
the afterlife is all about, if there is any, is spiritual and in your mind, and it's nothing to do with the physical body. So give it away.
Fantastic. All right, that's enough funeral talk. It's going to be the name of the pod.
Funeral. Weirdly, the next subject that I wrote down, a conversation that we started this week and then stopped,
pact.
It's also about death. It was a suicide pact.
Well, that was part of the death thing, because we don't want to die before each other, but I don't think any married couple really does.
Yeah, so, well, I just,
we're not suicidal. Put that out there. Jesus.
But I alluded to it earlier. You're not allowed to die before me. And if you do...
I reckon other couples, go, actually, no, that would be a bit rough. Yeah. You just don't want it to happen.
I'm just not going through that. So anyway, we joked about Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Now, we used the modern version in our conversation.
I thought the only version is the Leonardo version.
Well, didn't Leonardo write Romeo and Juliet?
I think so.
Would you rather be the person who poisons themselves or shoots themselves?
And I was basically saying that shooting yourself is a bigger action.
Can I just...
But you asked me the question.
I know, but before you do... Is that not the most frustrating end to a film you've ever watched?
It's really annoying because she literally
she moves.
She fucking moves.
Fuck me.
If you haven't seen it, spoiler.
Spoiler alert. If you don't know how Romeo and Juliet ends.
Some people might not.
Oh, well, fuck off. It ends exactly the same way as Titanic does.
Oh.
Leonardo DiCaprio dies.
So I was thinking that if you have to be the one that shoots yourself, then that's a bigger action than taking a drink of poison. Because I think it's like doing a shot, We love to drink with Tiff.
I think it's really funny how we have such differing opinions on this. You think that shooting yourself is harder physically to do and to make yourself do.
Because you're holding a gun in your hand. You know it's poison, but it's like, when people hold their nose when they eat something they don't like. That's kind of what I do.
But, Tifla, you're thinking about just that action.
Yes,
right?
That is all I'm thinking about because that's the bit that gets you to the death.
It does. A bullet through the head is instant death.
Yes.
Right? Drinking a vial of poison.
Yes.
You're now going to have to go through probably a world of pain while that hits your bloodstream and does the damage.
The thing is, that's not the bit that
prolonged.
tips you over.
What do you mean that's not the...
That's not the bit, you have to do the thing first. You have to take the action. You either have to take the shot shot. Or take
the
shot. You have to take either shot.
Either way, you're taking a shot.
Either way, you're taking a shot. But the physicalness of having like this cold metal gun in your hand and holding it up to your face and physically pulling a trigger, I think is harder than going, this is going to be like, you're just going to be like, this isn't going to hurt. You can trick yourself into going, this isn't going to hurt, you're just taking a drink. After that...
But then it is going to hurt.
But that's not what you're thinking about at that time.
Okay, so in that moment, I get what you're saying. But fast forward 10 seconds.
But that's not where my brain's at.
No, because either your brain's on the wall behind you because you've shot yourself, or for the next potentially minutes, you're in absolute agony. And in those few minutes, you may be thinking,
"Fucking Romeo."
I really wish I'd not done this to you may have changed your mind because
you could then just shoot yourself anyway if you're in too much pain.
Do you know what? I think if there was a shot of poison that you could take that didn't hurt and just put you to sleep and off you go, then great. I'm not even sure if that sort of thing exists.
In hospitals it does.
Well, yeah, that's euthanasia, and that's another pod for another time.
So
so you're choosing poison and I'm choosing gun.
Because you've got to get to that pain, like, yes, it's going to hurt, but you have to get there first. So you have to actually do the thing and the stuff.
Okay, thing and the stuff.
Take the shot.
I'm going with the gun, you're going with the poison. And that's why
we work so well
together. We are
together.
Romeo and Juliet, but actually, technically, we've swapped roles.
Well, yes.
You're the Romeo and I'm the Juliet.
Yeah.
I do love a balcony.
Crack on.
Well, I
think we had another point, didn't we? Or is
no.
That it?
Well, the next things that what do you have? Because I've got two things that I think are good.
I've got some questions. That's it.
Okay, let's go to question time then.
Question time.
We'll go to question time now, and then I've got
three.
Then I've got a couple of things that I want to talk about before the pod ends.
All right. Okay.
All right. Question time.
Men and Tiff's question time.
Thank you, Chris Marsden. Wonderful jingle. All right, what are your questions? Let's rattle through these.
So, I have got two from Diane. What is the worst food or meal you've had to eat because you have to be polite?
Do you know what? I immediately go to like an ex girlfriend.
You didn't have any girlfriends before me.
No, there was never anyone before you. And she was German. And wow. I remember I went to her house once and her mother made sauerkraut.
Oh.
Very popular amongst the Germans.
People love that now.
Do you know what? I'd probably eat it now.
On a hot dog.
But at that particular time, first time I've ever had sauerkraut. Fermented vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember, I don't know how, I was probably like 15, 16.
That's really young to like fucking sauerkraut if you're not German.
Okay, all right. And I did eat it. And I was I've always tried to be a polite a boyfriend / husband. So instantly, that's
Do you know
memory.
You're going to hate me.
Did I make you something?
No, you didn't make me something.
Did my mother make you something? Do you remember my mother listens to this?
I know, but it's something that I don't like anyway. But I just ate it because it was at your house. Oh. What is it? Corned beef hash?
Did we have corned beef hash?
Your mum made it. I think. Or you made it then. One of you made it. I'm pretty sure it was your mum.
Was it the macaroni bake that she makes that has spam in it?
No, because I like macaroni.
And I love spam.
Someone, I swear, is corned beef. Don't you really like it?
No.
Oh, maybe it's the spam thing then.
I reckon it's the spam thing. If
meat comes out of a tin, I'd probably not. Yeah, it's not my kind of.
You're not a fan of the macaroni bake. My mum will not hold that against you. It's a weird little family thing that I swear.
That's why that's okay.
And I swear she's the only woman in the world that makes it.
Well, yes, this is why I thought it was corned beef hash. Who made me corned beef hash then?
Maybe one of your fucking hundreds of ex-boyfriends.
That's rude. So yeah, that was.
So at some point in your life, it might have been at my mum's house. It might not have. Someone made you a corned
My
beef
memory
hash.
is solid.
Clearly.
No, but the thing at your house was the thing I didn't like.
The spam thing.
Yeah, I think I just ate a lot of the pasta.
My mum always called it macaroni bake. And it's like a macaroni-based dish. It's got lots of vegetables in it. There is a helicopter going over us right now. That's because we're approaching curfew. Everyone get in your house.
Really low.
All right, welcome back.
Oh, sorry, we took a little quick little break there.
We just cut there because the helicopter going overhead was really low.
We just both of us just staring.
Yeah, like no one needs to hear.
Okay, and then following on from that from Diane was, if you could, this is difficult, and I don't know how I'd go with this. If you could invent a new recipe, what ingredients would it have?
It would definitely have cheese in it.
Okay. It's like, it's hard, but how can you invent something new?
I'm with you because it's hard, because if I'm now picking the best recipe and I get to pick the ingredients in it, I'm definitely going to pick things that are already a great recipe.
Yeah.
Because my instinct is something with cheese and something with pasta, and I'm going straight to macaroni cheese.
Yeah. So I thought with that is like where this went is, do you know when you want a snack?
Yes.
And you just send me to the cupboards and I make something.
You're very good at that.
And I'm very good at like incredible snacks.
You know how on Ready Steady Cook they used to turn up.
Could do that.
They used to turn up with a plastic bag,
shopping bag,
and they'd go, "Here's what I bought for £5," and then the chef would go, "We're gonna make or whatever." You're amazing at that.
Yeah.
Because it's usually when I'm a bit hungover or a bit sick, and I will go, I just want something to eat, and there's usually fuck all in the house because we're fairly disciplined with our food and we don't buy things.
There's not bad things in the house.
We just don't buy shit.
No.
To lie around in the cupboard, because if there was,
eaten.
we'd eat it.
Yeah.
So, but on those odd days where you do go, I just want something, you're very good at going, well, I've got a tablespoon of cinnamon, I've got half a bottle of almost gone off milk and some cheese. I'm going to make, and you just fucking smash something out of the park. You're very good at putting together
I'm good at making snacks. Carby snacks mostly, but if you need a sweet snack, I'm quite good at that as well.
Yeah. But I think that's a hard question, because if you're now going to create a dish, create something that's never been created before, using ingredients that you already know you love, you're just going to end up creating something that you
you've
already
had
love.
Before, yeah.
Which, for me, will always come back to mac and cheese.
Maybe what we could make. Do you know those bread, like the round breads that people scoop out and normally put soup in?
Yes.
What we're going to do is we're going to scoop it out.
Yeah.
We're going to use the bread in the middle and make like garlic bread balls. But then
Like
we're going
dough
to
balls?
garlic. Well, there's bread because they're not dough.
Yeah.
So it's bread balls.
Yeah.
With garlic, loads of garlic butter, really garlicky.
Mm-hmm.
Then in the bread we're going to put the mac and cheese, maybe with some pancetta. And then we've got the dippable balls.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
There you go.
I'm going to say no to the pancetta.
Do you not like meat? You don't like meat in a mac and cheese?
No, I don't mind it. But if I'm going to have any kind of like meat within a mac and cheese, I quite like just like a chili con carne mixed in.
Okay, well we can do that. Or you can just have mac and cheese. But I thought that was quite a good snack.
Sounds good to me. Can you knock it up today?
It's not really a snack, is it?
Can you make it today?
No, we don't have that bread.
But then
or any other of the ingredients needed.
We literally got none of that.
Sorry, we don't have the bread or the cheese or the pasta.
Or the macaroni.
So my third question, which came from Alice right before we recorded today.
I haven't checked actually.
Biggest achievement this week?
My biggest... I got back into the gym.
That's great.
Which, I mean, it doesn't feel like a big achievement, but just sort of after taking 2 weeks off, getting back into the gym and completing every workout and doing all of my workouts, and in actually some of my exercises sort of ramping up a little bit because I felt good. And it turns out actually taking a bit of a break does your body some good. So actually I was able to smash out some sort of personal bests on certain things. So yeah, just sort of getting back into routine. To me, that's an achievement this week, is getting back into the routine post birthday craziness.
Nice.
What about you?
I was going to say not having a breakdown, but I cried on Monday.
You cried this morning, love.
Oh shit. I just think I was going to say not letting my workload overwhelm me, but that's exactly what happened on Monday. But then I sorted shit out.
I don't think it has overwhelmed you.
No, it hasn't.
I think it could have overwhelmed you, but I think you've worked really well, really smartly, really.
I time blocked.
You've done very well this week to make sure that what could have been a really tough week work-wise didn't become that, because you were smart, you were logical, and you went, I'm just going to get what I can done, and I think you did really well this week.
Yeah, you know when my busy weeks come, because I physically time block in the calendar, and I like block out hours for work. I'm okay.
I know.
Oh, so yeah, I physically blocked out hours when I was doing particular bits of work, and that helped me. So yeah, okay, that's good. I was organised with my chaos.
Yeah. I think sometimes you just got to do that. Sometimes you just got to accept it's not going to be a brilliant week. You're not going to come to the end of the week and go, oh, look, it's all sunshine and rainbows. But you definitely did a great job of making sure that it didn't turn into week 3 of being a bit of a write-off and a bit of a mess and stuff. And that's an achievement, so well done.
Thank you so much. I have one Would You Rather.
Go on then.
From like 2 weeks ago.
Let's just do it. We're not going to put the jingle in.
Elliot Macker.
Okay.
And
Elliot Macker is Jacko's friend?
Yeah, he's got a new brand and he does
he does.
The dog bandanas.
Lola's
Corner.
If he's listening, Elliot, I challenge you this week, make a audio-based advert for your brand and we'll stick it in the pod.
Oh, shit.
And I challenge, actually, anybody who's got their own business, make a little 15 to 20 second audio advert, however you want to, send it to us and we will put it in the pod.
All right, wild. So his was, would you rather be able to talk to all animals or all foreign languages?
All foreign languages.
Would be amazing, wouldn't it? I'd choose that right away. I don't want to talk to a snail.
Well, do you know what would be fun? If you could talk to animals, it would be fun.
Be a long conversation with a snail, I think, even if they're just passing.
I get that. Having lived now in 2 countries where English isn't the spoken language, it's untold what I would do to be able to speak and listen and understand Spanish fluently.
Do you remember the film Robots?
Oh my God, I would love it so much. No, we've been through this. You love robots. I'm not sure I ever saw it.
Is it Disney?
I don't know. It had Robin Williams, didn't it?
Yeah, Robots, and he just changes his. The robot just changes his voice box out. It's like a cassette tape, and then he can speak whatever.
Now, see, my head goes to like the Matrix, where you can just plug in. You can now speak this, or you can now do this. I would love to be able to literally.
Oh, is it like when they learn how to fight?
Yeah, I want to plug myself in, upload Spanish to my brain, and just be able to do it, because that would be incredible. If you could speak every language in the world, you are probably the most powerful person on the planet. I swear to God.
Yeah, true. I agree.
I'd also keep it secret. I wouldn't tell everybody. How much power do you have being able to listen to conversations that people don't think that you can understand?
Sneaky beaky.
Absolutely. That's what I was
going to say squirrel on the wall, but it's not. That's fly on the wall. And
squirrel on the wall?
Secret squirrel.
Fuck, secret
squirrel and fly on the wall.
Do you know what?
When the squirrel on
if
the
this
wall.
podcast ever got shit merchandise and we just had like out of context quotes printed
like
on t-shirts,
Menu does.
Squirrel on a wall is up there as probably one of the shittest things you've ever said. Squirrel on a fucking wall.
But I mixed it, secret squirrel and fly on a wall.
That's the shittest thing.
Someone create some artwork, squirrel on a wall. I love it.
Oh dear.
How funny. Sorry about that. That's all my questions. Thank you.
All right, really quick questions from me then. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Wow, okay. Birthdays or Christmas?
Ooh, Christmas, because you can start that on December 1st. It lasts longer.
Yeah. Those both came from Brian.
Nice one, Brian.
And I thought that they were quite good because I think they're
Well, you say sunrise, and you probably also say Christmas.
I would say Christmas because, we can talk about this because we've just had ours, and it does make me sound really old, but old people get it. The older you get, the less a birthday means anything at all. They're just a bit shit, really, other than sort of milestone birthdays.
I think this year, because we didn't really do anything on our... It wasn't really... I know we went to Las Dalias for yours, but like it would have been a lot bigger normally.
I would like to hope that future birthdays, like our birthday, my birthday specifically, but our birthdays, they're only 3 days apart, landed right in the Easter holidays.
Yeah.
If this had been a year where there was no COVID and all that shit had gone, I reckon there was a good opportunity that people probably would have come out, celebrated with us. We would have had a bit of a party, and like Easter's massively celebrated in Ibiza, so there would have been something to go to, an event of some kind. That, like, I think we could have had an absolutely epic birthday week this year.
And then next year.
So, I mean, I'm not going to rule it out that birthdays aren't going to be epic.
But Christmas is better.
But Christmas, the thing I like about Christmas, cliche as it is everybody kind of does it at the same time. So the thing with birthdays is people tell you happy birthday and then really they don't give a shit for the rest of the day. They've told you happy birthday and that's it. But Christmas, everyone's looking forward to the same thing, and that combined energy and stuff is good.
Nice.
And yes, I do love a sunrise. I don't see many of them now.
You do not.
But I do love a sunrise. What I like about sunrise.
They're quite spectacular at the moment.
They're beautiful when I do see them.
At the moment, they're
really
really
the thing I like about
red.
sunrises is more often than not you get to sort of enjoy a sunrise alone or in quiet.
Yeah.
Well, I know that's bad, but sunsets are usually shared with lots of other people.
I am ready for a Mambo sunset, though.
Oh yeah, nothing beats that. Nothing beats that.
Cool.
I've got other questions, but I can't be bothered to ask them.
Fair.
So let's end question time. Put in something here. I'm going to put in a little audio here. I don't know what it is.
Oh, just put in a random bit of music for lols.
And let's close off the pod with a couple of other things that I would like to talk to you about.
Oh shit! This sounds ominous.
Woohoo! Did you enjoy that?
Very much so.
Welcome back. I hope you also, dear listener, enjoyed whatever it is that I just put in there as a little soundbite.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? I'm thinking I put in a little crazy frog.
Oh God, I hope not.
Ring, ding, ding,
no,
anyway,
don't even start.
So that was episode 45 of the M&T pod. How do you think it's gone?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah? Happy?
Yeah, happy.
Now, something that we realised, and it's happened entirely by accident, Tifla. Completely by accident. By taking a week off, we have obviously pushed back episode 50.
And I do love a round number.
You do. We always work towards...
I haven't even been counting down to it.
We're
halfway there.
We're halfway.
Living on a prayer.
If you count since episode 40.
Yeah.
Every 10th episode, we like to do something special. Now, episode 50, we've always said is probably the big one. And we have this week agreed, episode 50 is the end.
Season ender.
End of season 1 of the M&T podcast.
See, Barlow.
So we want to go out with a bang. Now, completely, and I swear to God, completely by accident, by taking a week off because you got drunk and fell asleep, we now have to record episode 50 of the M&T podcast at Pikes during our anniversary staycation.
Shit the bed.
Indeed. Well, I can't rule it out. One of us might.
Okay.
So we really, I think, starting today, we need to put it out there to our listeners.
Yes.
What the fuck are we going to do on episode 50? We'll be at Pikes.
I'm going to speak to the guys at Pikes. I don't want it to be unless we get a really sick room, I want it to be maybe somewhere maybe in the pool table, the table in the pool.
Can you imagine?
Somewhere
somewhere.
Not, I was going to say symbolic, but that's not the word.
No,
somewhere
I know what you mean.
really obviously Pikes.
Yeah.
And that would be super cool. So, would love to... send us your ideas. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to drink?
It's 5 weeks away. I know it's early, but
open.
we wanted to put it out there now that we're already starting to think about how we, firstly, do a great pod from Pikes. We've done it once before, but we want to do it again. Well, we are doing it again. But also, how do we end the season? We will be back for season 2.
Yeah.
But how do we end season 1 of the pod? And so we just wanted to put it out there. Like, send us through your ideas. You can DM
Pikes
any of us,
ideas.
comments, whatever.
You can DM Pikes and, buy us a drink.
Well, maybe that's what we do. Maybe between now and then we open a tab.
Open a tab of Pikes.
And, people could just contribute. It's going to be an expensive holiday anyway.
Yeah, that would be fun. And obviously in the lead up, we're going to be asking you for questions and things and stuff. Maybe we could get Sonny as a special guest.
I think that'd be quite cool.
That would be funny. We'll just bring him in for 10 minutes because he'll probably have other people to look after, not just us. And that could be quite cool.
But we've already got our ideas, but we wanted to put it out there nice and early. We've got plenty of weeks to discuss this, but we are 5 weeks away from what could potentially be a fairly epic
season
pod.
ender.
And so wanted to put it out there.
Let us know.
Fast forward onto that, we also are already thinking about season 2.
Yes.
Now,
oh shit, yeah. Sorry, I knew this was coming and I forgot all about
now,
it.
Again, we're not thinking too far ahead. There will be a season 2 of the M&T pod. We won't be out of your ears for too long.
No.
But we are already thinking, what features of the pod do we get rid of? What do we put in? What do we change? We've got some ideas that may involve
stuff. I don't think we should say things yet. I want to hear what other people say first.
Okay, cool.
Because that's a lot of information. Talking about 50 and then going into season 2.
Right. I don't
Let's
want to
concentrate on getting ideas for 50 in. M&T 50. Ready to go. And then in a couple of episodes, we'll talk about season 2, I think. But get your ideas, comment, whether you're on YouTube or if you're listening in your ears, send us a DM. And I want to know.
Do you know what I'm going to do this week? I'm going to, for the first time, create
a Google form.
Close.
Ooh.
I'm going to create our podcast's email address. So that there is one place.
Can it not come to the podcast in IB for email address?
No.
Okay.
It's something, it'll be the M&T podcast or whatever at gmail.com probably.
Sure.
But in the next pod,
lovely.
I'm going to confirm it. Because I just feel as if we need one place where people can send questions, thoughts, stories, ideas, and that's where everything will go.
Sounds fantastic. So I think that's a lot to think about. But please, send us in all of that. We haven't done an emoji. Send a microphone for podcasts. That's the first thing I thought of. There is
really?
What do you want to send? Send a coffin.
Oh, is there a coffin?
I don't know.
Do you know what? I like it when we do this. Send in any emoji that is related to death.
For fuck's sake.
Don't care what it is. Just make it some way death related.
Okay, some way death. I know what I'd send.
The black heart.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, anyway, send what you like. And I guess we'll see you next week.
We will see you next week. I promise we'll see you next week. We are back and we're okay.
Yes, we are back. We're here. You're not getting us out of your ears.
Oh, shit.
Okay, see you in the next episode.
Bye.